Albion is more than a choir. It's more of an idea, a concept. It's how music is performed, how music actually takes a life of its own and is used in the round so that it engages everybody who listens. It's a tremendous experience to actually share what's going on. So not only are you listening to all the people around you and concentrating on breathing and singing together, what you're getting is all the wonderful expressions of the people. Now, there's nothing more of a hit, an enjoyment when you see somebody have a reaction to something that you're singing.
The repertoire is a mixture of songs from around the British Isles and traditional songs as well. So they're songs that most people know, but set to interesting arrangements and new arrangements. So a lot of them are recognisable. Sometimes they are more traditional texts that are set to music, so the words might be familiar, but the tune of it might not be. There's lots of kind of your favourites of sort of Jerusalem and Scarborough Fair, and that makes it really accessible to a lot of audience members and really universal. And I think that that's really important. So there's a lot of the songs that people will recognise and that are very personal to them. And I think it's very important that we keep those songs alive. The concerts that we do are very much bringing together of a community, that we have our Albion community, so we have the community of the choir, we have the community of the people that follow the choir as well. And then there's also a wider community of people that come together to come and watch us. And that's often spans over 3 generations, that you get kind of the grandparents, the parents, and often they're bringing sort of children along as well. And so it's really nice to see 3 generations of people sat enjoying the same music and the same traditional music. It's really nice to see people really emotionally connecting with what we're singing.
We very much feel that music is not something that should be constrained or that can be constrained into concert halls, but something which exists out there and around us all the time. For me, Albion has made music unleashed, actually. It's unlocked me, and I think it's unlocked the singers, and it certainly unlocks audiences and people who we meet in music to think of music and actually the world and life in different ways.
Albion's performed in lots of different places. And music isn't just for one place. We hear it all the time. You go into the car park and you go into the shops, you go into buses nowadays and you hear music. But it's there and it's just in the background. And what Albion does is takes it to places and engages people. So we've been down caves and we've been in pubs, we've been in churches, we've been all over the place and reinvent the space. So it becomes something that people see again for the first time.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
With Albion, there is no conductor, there is no leader. We have a group dynamic. It's very important to listen to the other members. This is something that all choirs touch on, but something that Albion puts at the forefront of our work. So we don't follow each other, we follow the group. We don't follow individuals, we follow where the breath is, where the line is going, how the phrase is shaping. And that leads also to something which is again quite rare in a choir, which is that there is genuinely no inhibition between the singers. There is a fair amount of ego that could happen, but doesn't, because we all value each other's opinion. And it doesn't become correction, it becomes enhancement. With Albion, we sing the same on stage or at the front of a church as we would in rehearsal. Often we sing in rehearsal with our eyes closed, or standing in a circle, or standing in a circle facing outwards. Anything to sort of change up the idea of standard formation.
hear the Robert Burns song sung to a different setting, the My Love Is Like a Red, Red Rose, I thought that was gorgeous.
It's lovely as each person has their turn at the front, you know, showing what they can do.
They're all different, but it's lovely how they all sing together so beautifully and how they focus. When one person is the soloist, everybody else is focused on that person.
It reminds me of when I was at junior school and we sang songs from the National Songbook. I could sing along with everyone who did. It was lovely.
Albion's a really big part of my life. I'm no longer singing any other choirs, so it's the only singing that I do. And yeah, it's when we don't sing, when we have our little breaks, then it feels like something's missing. It really helps that we all get on because it makes decision making a lot easier. It's really important to all of us to help friends out, and we've become really, really good friends. We care about each other a lot. We help each other out with problems inside and outside of choir, really. So it's just a nice community.
Albion is all about creating an experience and creating imagery for the audience. We're just hoping to take them on a journey of lots of different things, from love songs to songs about nature, and then perhaps more spiritual things, more meditation, just thinking about things in perhaps a different way to you would normally. And we're trying to work more collaboratively with the audience, rather than very much being like, this is what we present to you. It's more, how can you think about this in your own way?
Because the music is timeless, it applies to everybody, it's universal. So both the content of the music, the songs, the stories, and also the, if you like, the spiritual and the intellectual elements, the ingredients of music, all of it has the capacity to reach people. So the thing that we've really loved doing with Albion is making music that speaks to people and that enables them to speak to us as well. A song like Danny Boy, which of course is an ancient song, has an immortality because its theme is universal, you know, love and loss. It's that reaching across the ages, past, present and future, which makes what we do so enjoyable for us and so fulfilling and so exciting, I think.
They're absolutely superb. It's so beautifully measured, the intonations, the subtleties of the bass lines and stuff like that. It was just something else. I've got to see them again.
I think it's wonderful. I think the music is just appealing to everybody here. It's a gorgeous night.